So some of you might remember this video. In this video I basically explained how James Charles was pretty much over, and according to his social blade that was turning out to be pretty much true. After James Charles' apology, all these scandals that were coming out, James Charles looked like that he was pretty much over. Then James Charles releases this video called No More Lies, and this video just turned everything around. Right, so I missed a day of uploading. Yeah, I said I was gonna upload for a month and I didn't. I know I've disappointed so many of you, and I'm so sorry. But anyway, on a more positive note, I've got my own gameplay. Yes. I've actually managed to record something on this laptop. So yeah, you can stop commenting saying that I steal people's gameplay, because I don't. Anyway, back on track. James Charles made a video called No More Lies. Pretty much, James Charles just turned the tides from everyone hating on James Charles to everyone hating on Tati and Jeffree Star. Yeah, I'm not going to waste any more time. We're actually just going to watch this video. So if we skip about 7 minutes in, we can see this.
I was due to post my stories based on my contract, and up until that moment, I honestly had not thought about the fact that Tati was a Sugar Bear Hair competitor, and in that moment I thought that as a friend she deserved a courtesy text to let her know the context of the sponsorship and everything that was going on.
To not even get a phone call, to not even get a text a few days prior, but right after that sponsored post went up to have a text like, hey mom, love you, I'm stressed, just so you know, XYZ, I just did this post, but it's no big.
Basically what Tati just said is that James Charles promoted Sugar Bear Vitamins, which is, as I've said before, the rival of Tati's vitamins, and apparently James Charles went behind her back to do this, and I believe this myself after I watched Tati's video. But then James Charles says this.
Before posting my stories, I actually did text Tati first out of respect for her.
Now if we read this, it says, Mum, I wanted to text you and tell you that I have to post a Sugar Bear story today. They saved me at Coachella from getting literally mobbed and got me backstage passes. They have new sleep vitamins, so I'm putting emphasis on those rather than the hair ones. And basically he pretty much just tells Tati that he was gonna do this. So Tati has pretty much lied here, just to get James Charles into a lot of trouble. Even though in Tati's latest video, she's trying to say to not hate on James Charles. I don't understand why. Because clearly Tati is just trying to ruin James Charles at this point. Yet she's going out making all these videos saying that she doesn't want to. And in this text thingo, we can see that Tati is very upset about this. But then James Charles kind of just puts her back down,
giving her heads up about the sponsorship, but she was immediately upset. I tried my best to kind of explain the entire situation and also give her a direct apology as well, but at this point I had signed the contract and I absolutely had to post it. There was no getting out of it. I then headed to the airport and took off on a flight to San Francisco, and by the time that I had landed 1 hour later, Tati had uploaded all of her Instagram stories of her crying, talking about the friends in the community that haven't really supported her, how she was alone, and how she felt very, very hurt and betrayed. Very quickly, people put 2 and 2 together and realized that this was clearly about me, and I started getting thousands and thousands of tweets and comments and texts about the whole situation.
This is just manipulation at this point. Tati's literally gone out of her way to make sure that James Charles was on a flight before Tati uploaded these Instagram posts to her story, just so then people would have time to spam at James Charles and for this to blow up, so then James Charles would have literally no way to respond without getting hate. And it's so scummy to see this from Tati, because everyone thought Tati was the nice person in this situation. It turns out that is completely false. Right, I think that's enough on Tati. I think we should move on to the Jeffree Star situation, because Jeffree Star is pretty much gaining as much subscribers as Tati is. And when I say gaining, I mean negative subscribers.
Because Tati had just uploaded her video titled By Sister. Watching Tati's video, it was very clear to me that my friend was still very hurt. And even though I had already apologized both privately and publicly, I wanted to make a video right then and there with my raw and honest emotions. But because of the time difference, it took me an extra few hours to film the video and get it up. And by the time I was about to hit publish, I received yet another text from Jeffree Star. I've already cleared up Sam and our night together being 100% consensual. He was absolutely not trapped in a hotel room, but Jeffree also brings up Zach. Zach is his boyfriend Nate's brother, and not only did I not pursue Zach, who identifies as mainly straight, but it was actually Jeffree who suggested that I talk to him in the first place.
This is why we realize now that James Charles is innocent. Jeffree Star and Tati, I've said this multiple times, they are both trying to manipulate their fans, and there is a good reason for this. I know James has already said that this wasn't all the vitamin situation, but I really think this is. James Charles and Tati have had all this beef, but I really think that Tati started all this just so that people feel sorry for her to buy her vitamins. I know that sounds crazy, but Jeffree Star and Tati have both done this in the last week. And clearly Tati making the Why I Did It video has really just ruined it all, and now everyone is starting to hate on them now. And because of the No More Lies video as well. So Tati and Jeffree Star have pretty much been destroyed at this point, but just for more, we're gonna see some more stuff that James Charles has on Jeffree Star.
Why is your brother a predator? Why did you really move back to New York City? Exactly. Shut the f up. Many people were quick to call out Jeffree for bullying a kid who had nothing to do with the situation literally at all, and he deleted the tweet. After this, I went to check my phone and noticed that Jeffree had texted me a few minutes prior, and I opened my phone to this. I really want to read this text out loud just so you all get to hear exactly what I had to read, but also so I don't miss anything. Grayson is going on camera shortly to finally tell the world how you tried to molest him and touch him in his sleep and made him uncomfortable for months, you sick motherfucker. Next, Zach will be going on camera to tell how twisted and sick you were, trying to get him to like you and then make him feel bad when he didn't want to send you photos back. Then Sam from Seattle will be joining me and Cameron to talk about you trapping him in his hotel room. You need to be locked in prison for a very long time. You need the internet taken away from you. You are a danger to society.
Now this is where I'm just lost for words. I really don't think Tati's the main trouble person in this situation. I think Jeffree Star is more in the wrong here. At least Tati had some common sense and actually made a video, like, kind of heartedly, like, trying not to get James into trouble. But Jeffree Star has just gone all out here, and this is just absolutely ridiculous. Jeffree Star, knowing that this is all fake, has texted James Charles talking about 3 people that are going onto his podcast or something. I don't know what Jeffree Star does, but this is just ridiculous what Jeffree Star is doing, and I think 100% he deserves all the subs that he is losing. I'm not no expert on the fashion community and all that, but I now realize James Charles does not deserve any of this. Now, to summarize this beef, I don't know if I'll be making another video on this. If something else comes out, I'll probably do it because, you know, views, maybe. Anyway, Tati and Jeffree Star, I don't know if Tati's done, but Jeffree Star's career is probably over at this point. James Charles, I kind of hope that he regains everything. I mean, he didn't deserve to lose in the first place. So, if you guys enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel or you're dumb, like the video or you're gay.